Yo, so uh, what you're about to see is me doing like just I guess like a rant or like just a solo podcast about what's going on in my life and what I'm learning, and I think there's some good gems in there. And originally I wasn't gonna post this, as you'll see in like what I'm about to play for you guys, but um, after talking to some mentors of mine, I've decided that this starting to post these videos that you're about to see is the best move for me as a way to just help people and scratch the itch of creating my own content that helps other people, as well as helping out my clients and focusing on building other stuff. So the goal of this is not to grow a following. The goal of this is to share what I'm learning as I learn it, and hopefully it helps other people, because I think there's two great ways to learn. One is through failure, and one is through other people's failure. So if I'm making mistakes and learning from it, you shouldn't have to learn from the same mistakes that I'm making, and I just think it would be cool to share that stuff. And I truly, that is the why behind me doing this. I don't know what I'm going to call this, maybe like growth talk or something, because I just love to talk about personal growth and how that relates to business and exercise and all that stuff. And yeah, I think we might go with growth talk. Sounds silly, but I think it's a great fit. I hope you guys enjoy this nonetheless, and yeah, see what's going on. Peace. All right. This is not, at this point in time, I'm just going to be recording these to like document like what's going on in my life. And I'm just doing it for me. I'm not it's like a journaling thing. It's not for the public at this point. Part of me like wants to be creating my own content. And I think it's just good to document, and if I end up wanting to post these, I will, but right now let me backtrack. So basically right now I am not creating my own YouTube content. I'm focusing solely on working for the gym On Your Mark, which is where I'm basically like head of content. And we're trying to grow a media company through On Your Mark, by producing podcasts, creating Instagram content. We're trying to grow the online business there, and I'm kind of at the forefront of that mission. So I've decided to forego creating my own content, to be able to do that at a higher level and also learn and be present in that journey instead of trying to grow my own thing while I'm trying to grow someone else's thing. I realize it's impossible energy wise. So, but part of me just wants to be doing this too. Like part of me still wants to create my own content. So, I still will. And I'm happy to do that. So I'll do that in this format. So this is kind of like a journaling thing for me. And, I just want to talk about, I want to tell the camera what's going on in my life, what I'm doing, if it's working, if it's not working. I can use this as reference, and I'll just save these. It'll be cool. And yeah, so basically right now, that's what I'm doing. We're growing the podcast. We're building a studio above the gym that I'm working at, and the studio is pretty sick. It's like this warehouse space that's like pretty unfinished, but we're like doing our best. I'll have a desk up there. There'll be a podcasting setup. I'll have all my cameras. We'll be recording shit. It'll be a good time. And the podcast just got like 190 views on our last episode, which is sick. And we're going to start doing a channel for clips to like increase our output of content, and also search engine optimization. Basically, like the more videos we have and the more little clips we have and the more clickbait kind of thing we can use, the more we can drive awareness to what we're doing, the more people we can inspire, the more money we make. So in my life, I've always thought I'm going to be the face of something. I'm going to make Thuzy. It's going to be my face. I'm going to build the company. And recently I've decided that I have this sick opportunity On Your Mark. I'm just going to do that. and and live more of a balanced life. Instead of coming home from work and doing more work to build what I'm doing, I'm going to come home from work and play video games and hang out with my brothers and go on a run, and stuff like that. And like, it's really hard to do a lot of things at once. So, and it's especially hard when you're doing that and you're not recharging your own batteries. So that's where I'm at. I feel like I can work at this pace forever. And I have a sick opportunity to do that at On Your Mark. So I feel like it would be foolish of me not to take that. And this is like how I'm going to get my chops. This is how I'm going to make myself. And I'm totally okay with being a part of a bigger whole that I'm not the face of, which is this is the first time that's ever been the truth in my life. Since I started creating content, it's always been, I'm going to be a vlogger. I'm going to be a podcaster. I'm going to be an entrepreneur, and I'm going to have my own thing. But now I have all the creative room to do what I wanted On Your Mark. It's going to be Emily's thing, who's my boss, and I'm going to make her look good. And I know that doing that is the right way to go about this whole situation. Instead of, I'm going to do my work for Emily, she's going to pay me, I'm going to fund my own business. Now it's, I'm going to do this great work for Emily, I'm going to make her look as good as she can, and in turn that will benefit me. But I'm not thinking about it like that. It's a pretty egoless situation right now. I feel like Emily's why is to help people. She's a trainer. She wants to make people physically better. She wants to also inspire trainers to do things the right way instead of the wrong way, because the fitness industry is so messed up sometimes. And so me working for her, our whys have to be aligned. I have to be doing this to help people. I'm creating content that's going to help people, and that has to be the number one cause. And that's where my brain is at right now. So I feel pretty good about where I'm at, what I'm doing. And I don't know, like, I don't think I'm going to release this. Because I just think releasing it is like what's going to fire up my ego and make me start thinking about getting more views and how can I grow my brand and stuff. And it may come to that. It may come to like me posting them, because the reason I would post them, or the reason I think about posting them is to have a personal brand, like the same reason you'd start a LinkedIn, like, hey, this is my podcast, you can go listen to this podcast. And like I can grow a reputation online still that I can direct people to. And it would not be to become an influencer, which is what it was previously. But I'm worried that I'm not far enough removed from trying to be an influencer, that if I start doing influencer things like posting YouTube content and podcasts, I will, that part of my brain will fire up again, which I don't want, because it creates a lack of stillness and it fires up my ego, which is not good. And it's destructive. So if I'm posting content, it's going to be for the right reasons. It's going to be, one, to build a reputation that I can, or to build a catalog that I can direct people to about who I am, like clients and such, and to help people, and it's fun. The reason I'm doing this is because it's fun. I'm making, I mean, nobody's even going to see this. I'm talking to myself, but I'm doing this because it's fun. It's a way, it's an outlet. I can scratch an itch. And if I start posting it, it'll be because I just think people, like, I just want this to be out there in case people want to see it, if that makes sense. It's not, I won't be trying to grow it like that. Because I'm trying to grow the On Your Mark role that I have, and it's foolish of me to think I can grow my own brand and the On Your Mark brand and skyrocket them simultaneously when I've never skyrocketed anything. So I feel like I have to do my time behind the scenes, learn, make other people look good, give other people the credit, to like what everything I'm building, give the credit to other people, make them the faces of it. And when the time comes, I will have the option to be the face of something. Doesn't mean I'll necessarily take it, because I could just keep growing what I'm growing. And I think that's dope. And it's a super fortunate opportunity, and I'm starting to believe that you kind of have to go where life takes you, you know. You can't bend the world to your will, but you can bend your will to the world, if that makes sense. So let me break that down. I can't force I can't work so hard that the world watches my YouTube videos. It just doesn't work like that. Uh, I can't I can't brute force strength myself into success. But I can work hard, work smart, and when opportunities come to me, I can go, "Hey, this opportunity looks good. It's not exactly what I was thinking, but I'm going to go with it because there's a lot of upside there." Which is what On Your Mark is, and what I just realized, like, that's why I realized I need to go down that path. So I think that's super important. And yeah, I think that was a gem, honestly. The unreasonable person will bend the world, that will try to bend the world to their will. That's what Kanye West does. That's what Donald Trump does. That's what a big ego does. The reasonable person will go, this is how the world works. How can I fit into this? And do my best. How can I find my lane and kill it in that lane and create a great life for myself and impact people in my lane, right? Everybody has to know their lane. And I feel like I'm narrowing in on that. It doesn't My ego wants me to be a content creator and be like a Logan Paul or like a Casey Neistat. But the lane that I've been presented is to be a small part in a big whole that will that is on the path of greatness, that I'm fortunate to be able to join that path and have such a big role at such a young age with such low experience levels. That needs to be taken seriously. Yeah, this was great. Peace.